Hi guys, welcome to Shade 3 Roadside Repairs channel, and today I'm going to change my front brake discs with brake pads on my Mazda 6GH. I decided to use Zimmermann discs, they're dotted discs as you can see, and my new brake pads ABE, they have anti-squeak plates, which is very important. So I just want to see, does it really make sense to use such dotted brake discs on my Mazda 6 GH? So let's do this. In order to do this, you need to first unscrew, this small bolt and another bolt from the other side in order to remove the brake caliper, and this will allow you to remove the brake pads. Also, you need to unscrew this bolt here and the same bolt from the other side. It will allow you to unmount the brake bracket, not brake, just a bracket, because we want to change the brake disc, and without removing the bracket, it's impossible. So in addition to that, this screw and that screw also should be unscrewed. It could be tricky, so be very careful here. Yeah, so I changed my brake discs recently, so they're in a good condition, but be prepared. So I removed the brake discs, and I'm going to clean my hub with some metal brush. It is very important, otherwise you can feel some vibration after installation of the new discs. This is my brake caliper. As you can see, some dust here, pigtail which keeps it. Everything is perfect, I think. So those are my old brake pads, and they're good, but they don't have anti-squeak plates, and this is one of the reasons why I decided to change them too, just because they produced some squeaking noise from time to time, which I don't like. So this is my old brake disc TRW. I replaced it 1.5 year ago, and it's pretty good still. The reason why I decided to change, just because it's not good anymore and I feel some vibration. Clean the brake disc before the installation, because it has some kind of transportation oil. Okay, so I cleaned the hub and put some ceramic grease here, and I installed the brake disc. Screw those screws very softly and do not put much force here. They don't keep the disc, they just need to, they just needed to put the brake disc in the proper position. So this is the brake caliper, and I will need to push the piston because I changed the brake disc and also new brake pads, so I need to push it a bit, and I'm going to use the special tool. And this is the special tool. I also use here the old brake pad, as you can see. Spy on brake fluid level. It should rise a bit after that. It should not be a problem. So make sure that everything is perfect here. Guide pins, yes, so you should be able to move them like this without any issues. Screw those bolts up to spec, but actually you can just feel it, how to screw them properly. Brake pads, make sure that they're moving very well without any issues, because this is very important thing for your brakes. This is crucial part actually, and make sure that it is moving very well. I cleaned my brake caliper a bit with the brake cleaner. No worries, it evaporates quickly, so it won't damage the rubber. That light blue thing, it is actually some stuff from Liquimole anti-squeak stuff that I used previously. So I don't like it, to be honest, just because it makes everything dirty and it's hard to clean it after that. I decided to keep it like this. I believe it's okay. As you can see, my caliper in perfect condition. When you install the caliper, it is very important to make sure that the rubber doesn't touch the brake pad, because if it touches, you will just, damage the rubber and your brake caliper will die. In addition to that, do not forget about springs. Those, springs. They add additional tension on your pads, and it prevents them from creating a squeaking noise. And also there are some other reasons to have them, so do not forget about them. They are not so necessary, but it's part of your brakes, so do not forget about them. So put the caliper kind of back in place, make sure that springs are good, and also do not forget about this bolt here. I unscrewed it from the shock absorber in order to make it easier to move the brake caliper. So if you unscrew it too, make sure that you screw it back. So do not forget about that. And do not screw them much. This is very important thing. Do not screw such bolts much. And as a last step, you need to put the bolts that keep the brake caliper back. Do not screw them much. Just find in the internet, find the spec. This is the best way, or just feel it. Think about screws that keep the brake disc. So better to use Torx screws if you can find them somewhere. According to my experience, it's harder to damage them if you have some problems with unscrewing them. And also do not forget that the brake pad, which has wear indicator, should be the inner one. So it should be from the other side from the wheel. So do not forget about that. And thank you for watching, guys.